GameStop and Reddit will change tomorrow investment. The story behind the miraculous rise of GameStop is one of the wonders of the modern world. In this video, we're going to talk about everything you need to know about how Reddit and GameStop might have changed the investment business for good. So hang on and don't go anywhere. GameStop is a video game retailer headquartered in Texas and is running 5,509 stores throughout the United States, Europe, Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. The most interesting fact about the company is it was considered as having the most damned and outdated business model. It was valued at $3.25 per share a year ago, but suddenly its stock price soared almost 8,000% in just a few months. It closed at $145.60, and the very next day it jumped to $345, and on January 29, 2021, it closed at $193, with a jump on January 28th of $469.42. How did it happen? How did a mostly outdated business model become the most talked about concept and prove to be an assault on Wall Street? It happened when Reddit traders came together to blow up a short squeeze in stock. They raised the GameStop price by 1,700% and turned the company's fortune. Here arises the question that how the company sought the attention of Reddit investors. There could be the following possible answers. People might have gotten bored during the lockdown and they took it for fun to mess with Wall Street. Robinhood-like apps might have given the individual investors an easy approach to some risky instruments that could move the market. Due to lockdown, people could not find other ways of investment and they had money to spend, so they found it fun to gamble their money this way. All right, hey, wait. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Before going any further, let me introduce you to a few terms that would be helpful in understanding the reason for putting investment by Reddit investors in GameStop. Day trading. It's a term used for selling and buying stock multiple times in a day and could give small profits to investors that add up on each investment. Day traders mostly stun the non-professional traders. Short selling. It's a way of betting on a stock whose price is going down. An investor borrows a stock, sells the stock, then buys the stock back to return it to the lender. Hedge funds. Investors work in partnerships and are supervised by a money manager. It's taken as a pool of investment with aggressive work done to entertain the investors with large profits, and they mostly make profits by investments in failing stocks. GameStop remained undemanding over the years, and hedge funds, especially Melvin Capital, were short-selling the stock heavily. In 2019, a Reddit investor posted a picture about the investment of $53,000 in GameStop, but no one noticed it until January 2021. Many young Reddit investors invested in it and increased the share prices of the company to an unpredicted level. In that scenario, short sellers met with a loss of $23.6 billion on GameStop, and Melvin Capital met with a big loss of 30% investment that they put in management of short-selling stocks. After that, Wall Street demanded to make the short selling illegal, although it was in practice before, and Robinhood, a trading app, also banned the purchasing of GameStop. How did the phenomena work? Actually, short sellers in the market who were convinced about the fall of stock prices of GameStop made GameStop see an unprecedented rise. These short sellers were paid handsomely until the summer of 2020 by buying options. Call options are contracts that allow the trader to buy a stock for a fixed price until a specific date, and a put option is the selling of stock for a particular price. For example, you could buy 100 shares of Apple for $200 until January 10th, which means as an investor, you could buy a large number of shares by only a small fraction of the amount that it will actually cost him to buy the shares. Market makers are always there to sell and buy options from investors. If an investor wants to buy a call option but no seller is available, then market makers will hold that position. In that case, if the stock goes up, then the market maker will be on the hook. To avoid that mess, market makers use a technique which is called delta hedging. In that way, investors can go with a large number of shares. If they don't buy these shares, then they're making the market makers do so. It was going so until Reddit investors artificially soared up the stock prices, which headed to the biggest short squeezes of history, with a 1,700% increase in stock prices in a month. Suppose an investor has $1,500 on Robinhood, and he wants to bet against stock A, whose cost is $1,000. He sells short his stock by borrowing a share of $1,000 from his dealer. If the stock goes down, then the investor returns the share to the dealer and gets the money of difference. And if the stock goes up, then the investor has to pay the difference while returning the share, but getting the money to return the borrowed share. If the price of A soars up to $1,500, then the dealer will ask the investor to deposit more money. But if he has no money, then he has to buy and return the share for $1,500. If this happens on a larger scale, then the problem will pop up. When more short sellers are forced to buy the stock at once, it'll increase the stock prices. The high stock prices will abolish more short sellers, which in return will increase the stock prices even higher. If this happens again and again, it'll trigger the short squeeze to occur. This is how GameStop has jumped to 1,700% in a month. Creation of new ways of investment. Reddit created new ways of investment when its popular page Wall Street Bets targeted the short sellers. Now investors are having easy access to sophisticated trading techniques like options rather than to visit traditional banks. You can consult an analyst to help you in finding the stocks to buy, or for more convenience, you can create a Reddit account and follow the forums like Wall Street Bets. Many young investors are going with Reddit accounts that caused the sudden surge in GameStop, leaving the Wall Street veterans surprised. GameStop raised the Reddit price tag. As from last month, a sudden surge in the subscription is observed at Reddit. It's doubled the value of the platform to $6 billion. The company has more than 50 million active subscribers now, which demands more money to handle the traffic of new subscribers. The company has announced the fundraising of $250 million and will use the funds for further expansion. The company has decided to increase the number of employees to 1,400 after fundraising to handle the rush on the platform. In February 2019, Reddit was valued at $3 billion. But in a year, its value has soared up to $6 billion, with a big jump of 90% in advertising revenue. The administrators consider it the right time to make investments in Reddit to expand it to international markets and investing in video and advertisements. Reddit was founded in 2005. Its subscribers post messages or articles and ask the community to vote their post up or down. The biggest reason for Reddit's popularity recently is the involvement of its forums in the surge of share prices of video game retailer GameStop. What will change tomorrow in the investment space? As we all know, the stock market has always been the most volatile and unpredictable area of the investment field, and there remained no level of prediction after the recent GameStop rally. Investors on Reddit aligned together after knowing about the bet of hedge funds on GameStop losing value that caused the surge of GameStop by 1,700% to a value of $483 per share. The bubble is popping, with GameStop shares declining $55 in a matter of days. That GameStop rally could resemble past bubbles that pop up and down, but it also has some particular characters that might last long. Many factors are responsible for this sudden surge in GameStop share prices, including people having easy access to smartphones in which they can download investing apps, easy access to cheap or free trading apps, and a lot of energy in the pandemic. Many new people joined the market these days because they see people on social media publicizing certain stocks. According to some experts, as the number of active subscribers has increased on Reddit, that will probably continue the Reddit movement, and the GameStop bubble will be motivated for a prolonged period. Even if that doesn't happen, it certainly has given people an alternate way of making money fast. Hope you liked the video. As this is still a developing phenomenon, do let me know in the comments what are your views on this Reddit GameStop episode. Do you think it's just a fad and we won't see anything like this again? Or this way of investment is here to stay? I'd love to read your views about it. And that's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.